Hello. Have you ever wondered if you could do weightlifting but you just didn't know how? Well, I am going to show you a simple way as a UNM student how to work out. Now, I'm going to keep it plain and simple for you because I know it can get super complicated, so I'm only going to stick to the four main muscle groups: chest, arms, back, and legs. So, let's get right into it.
So a simple way to divide workouts, so it's not confusing or anything and it's not overwhelming, is into 4 days. We call these 4 days splits. One day dedicated for chest, one day dedicated for back, one day dedicated for arms, and then one day dedicated for legs. Now, these days you're trying to hit that certain muscle, but in that muscle there are muscle groups that make up that muscle, like chest. There's upper chest, middle chest, and lower chest. And it's the same thing for everything else. There's individual muscles in the back, legs, and arms. So we're going to get into that.
So, sets and reps. Now, reps are however many times you do the exercise. So, you do squats. You squat 10 times, right? You take a break. So, whenever you take a break, that's the end of a set. Now, you do another set, you squat another 10 times. So, you squat 10 times 4 times. So, you take 10 squats, then a break, 10 squats, then a break, and so on. That's how much sets you're doing. So, 4 sets of 10 squats, you're doing 10 squats, then a break, and you're doing that 4 times. For most workouts that I do, I usually do 4 sets of 10. So I do the workout, 10 reps, and then I take a break, and then I do another one. And I usually do that 4 times. And I suggest that mostly everybody does that. It's a really simple, easy way to get into it. It doesn't leave you too taxed of energy, and you definitely feel that pump in your muscle. So definitely try and begin with that. So going back to the muscles that make up a muscle group, this is chest. Now you can see that we have circles in red, black, and blue. The red is the upper chest, the middle is the middle chest, and the blue is the lower chest. All of these make up your chest. Now this is the same thing for every other muscle group, and we are going to go to the gym and I'm going to explain workouts for every muscle group, including chest, back, arms, and legs. I do want to add on that if you are going to get an effective workout, you have to make sure you hit these little sections of muscle that make up that muscle group if you want a effective workout. So I'm going to show you this, I'm going to show you how, and it won't be too complicated. So in this video, I'm getting into bench press. Now bench press is a workout that hits every muscle group. It targets middle more than upper and lower, but it hits every muscle group. Now it's a little bit harder for beginners because, again, it is free weight, but there are alternatives. One alternative is in the top right corner of the video. This is a machine that essentially does the same thing. It isn't gonna work your shoulders because, again, it's not free weight, but again, we're just trying to keep this very simple. I wanted to add this machine in even though it was broken because it is a very effective machine on hitting all three of those muscle groups at the same time. I tried to show you how you kind of have to use it, but it was broken, so oh well. So the unique thing about the workouts I just showed you is that they hit your middle and lower chest group enough so you're done with them for the workout on chest day. Now you need to hit upper chest. It's a little bit more special, so you need to kind of separate it and work on that one separately more than the other ones. These two workouts are really effective on hitting it. The top one is really good for people who are just getting into working out. Now it's not a free weight one. You don't have to worry about form or anything, and you can load however much weight you need on it for your personal individual preference. So with all those machines being shown and how to use them and alternatives given, this is how I would genuinely suggest to split those machines up into a chest day. So you can see the chest press and that alternative machine at the beginning. incline, then the pec fly I showed you that was broken, and then another incline. I got that dumbbell and the machine on the bottom right we didn't see, but it essentially it hits the upper chest. It's kind of like that first machine, but it targets the upper chest more. And this is how beginning you should go about your chest day. Keeping it simple, a simple back workout for beginners when you're just getting into it as a UNM student, you want to hit those lats and that mid back right there. So I'm gonna go and get right into that and show you some workouts that really help you on that back day. So first workout we're getting into, back rows. Now this is really good to start off with. It really gets that blood flowing through your back like the video showed. It shows you what muscles in the back this hits, and it hits the majority of it, but it really focuses on that middle. Like you can see in the video in the mirror, you can see my back muscles kind of flexing. It's just a really good all-around workout to get that mid and lat stretch. So pull-ups. I could not get over how good pull-ups are of a back workout, but I also know how hard of a back workout they are. I was there. I was pretty chubby. So there is this alternative machine up in the top right corner, and it does essentially the same thing. But as soon as you can work yourself up to pull-ups, I would strongly urge yourself to do so because it's such a great back workout and it's explosive growth. So now we have cable rows. Cable rows are really good. They're amazing. They hit your back and they really hit that middle back that we're trying to hit. That middle muscle I talked about in the beginning of back workout sections. It hits that really good, and it also hits a ton of other muscles. So, why not do it? It's really good and it's really easy for beginners. So final back workout we have is lat pull downs. Lat pull downs are also amazing for your lats. They really seclude that lat area and make sure you get that final stretch. It's kind of like a pull-up, but it's at the end of your workout, so obviously you can't do a pull-up. So the next best thing is to simulate a pull-up, but you're able to control the weight a little better. It's really good. It also really explosively grows your lats. Do it. Just like I did with chest workouts, I'm going to do it with back workouts. This is how you should go about organizing your workouts with the machines I showed you. It's simple, it's easy, and it's efficient, and it gets all the muscles we talked about. So now we have arms. And arms are mostly made up of biceps and triceps. And to hit biceps, like you see, flex your arm, so you curl it, and then to hit triceps, you extend it. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Let's get right into it. So first workout we see is a bicep curl machine. It really secludes that bicep, and I like to use it to warm up. But one thing I like to point out is look at my face. I'm making a pretty ugly face in this video. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to push past your limits. If you don't, you're not going to see growth. And I'm sorry to say, but if you're not going to push past your limits and you're doing all this, it's just going to be a waste of time. So remember that. So we have two bicep workouts here. One grows your bicep, the top one grows your bicep to the outside. The bottom one grows your bicep on the inside, more top layer. So make sure you do these if you want to grow your biceps. So here we have two simple tricep workouts. We have tricep push downs, like you can see on the top, and then we have skull crushers on the bottom. These are a really good stretch on your triceps, and they make sure to get those little muscles that make up your tricep. So pretty easy. I know that free weight on the bottom sounds a little intimidating for beginners, but it's a great way to introduce yourself because it is a very easy workout to do. So repeating like we've done for the other two, this is how a beginner should go about organizing their arm workouts. It's very simple, very easy to remember, and I would really strongly suggest you go into it like this. Now we're getting into legs, and we're going to be focusing on quads, hamstring, glutes, and calves. I'm going to show you some simple workouts to guide yourself into, hitting legs and working out. So let's go. First, we're getting into back squats, and they're really good for those quads, and they really hit them and seclude them. But they also hit those glutes a little, so it's also a plus. But if you're too intimidated to get into back squats for your free weight or it being a little too heavy and you're not comfortable with it, that top right corner in the machine right there, I'm doing right there, that's called a leg press, and it essentially does the same thing, but it's a lot easier on your legs. So alternative. So next we have hamstring curls, which are also known as leg curls. They really hit that hamstring. This machine is made specifically to hit that hamstring muscle, and it's a pretty simple machine, nothing too crazy. Just follow the machine tutorial on the side, and you should be fine. Although this was broken, I wanted to add it in. It's called leg extensions. It really hits that quads, and you definitely want to do these on your leg days. It's really good for those quads and really good for beginners. Do it. Calves. Calves are a little special. Whenever you're doing seated calf raises like I'm doing now, you usually want to do a higher number of reps. I usually do 4 sets of 50, but you could do it lower. It all depends on your personal preference on where you want to begin, but remember, you also want to grow that number. Finally, this is how I would organize a leg day. It's pretty easy to remember and easy for beginners if you're trying to get into it. So, I hope this video helps you guys understand a simple way of going about entering working out, and I hope you guys learned something from this. I also do want to mention that you don't want to stick with this workout plan. It's very simple, very plain, and it leaves out a lot of things, but if you're just trying to get into it, it's really good, and it's a really good way to go about getting knowledge and getting used to it. Now, obviously, weightlifting isn't going to do anything with your weight too significantly. That's going to be cardio. I know Alejandro is doing a presentation on cardio, so you should go check his out. But anyway, hope you guys had a good experience with my video. Have a good day.